Hello everybody, welcome inside the North Peace Arena. I'm Peter Houston, joined by my good friend George, who I just met yesterday. Now George, you have decided to let me drive your Zamboni with the full knowledge that I have never done it before. Why would you do that?
Well, after our interview yesterday, Peter, I gave you an idea of what takes place. Okay, do you remember what these hydraulic controls are?
Nope. So you made sure there's enough fuel in there,
No,
right?
we're going to do that now.
What's this pedal for?
That's brake pedal. What is the worst thing that could happen?
There's a lot of bad things that could happen. George, my only experience with a Zamboni is taking a cloth and clearing off a table that has beer spilled on it while saying the word Zamboni. How much will that experience help me out there today?
I think that's an excellent start.
Now I'm going to give you two options here, and you tell me which you think is more likely to happen. Option A, I get out there and execute the most perfect flood that you have ever seen in your entire life. Or option B, I crash into the boards, everything blows up, and I burn this arena to the ground. Which do you think is more likely?
Well, I would say if we go with option A, this might be your last interview. You might be our next Zamboni operator. And option B, you might be headed back to Toronto.
Well, if it is option B and I do burn this place to the ground with all of us in it, please tell my mother I love her.
Okay, if you want to bump up your RPM there to 2,500.
We're going to take it real slow. I'm too scared. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, it's pretty much lined up on the outside.
You're on the edge?
Yeah, for where I'm sitting.
You're okay on your own?
Everything's all squeaky. A little teardrop back here.
Going in the NHL? No kidding.
No one died.
No kidding. You can still talk to your mother. and I still get,
And boy, is she gonna be proud of me.
and I still got a job. We still got the building.
All right, well, if you've never driven a Zamboni before, let me tell you, it is harder than it looks, or I guess if you're looking at my evidence, probably easier than it looks. George, you've been driving a Zamboni for almost 30 years now. How would you say my first crack at it compares to other first-timers you've seen? And you can be honest.
Peter, you did an awesome job. When you came off, and actually the whole time you're out there, you looked like a little fella in a candy store that had $1 to spend and you actually wanted $2 worth of candy. You're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and you were having fun.
He's definitely right about that. That was definitely a good time. Now, George, you've told me that flooding the rink to you is almost like art. Would you say that this piece of art here is closer to a child's paint-by-numbers piece of art or the Mona Lisa?
It looks like a pretty nice watercolor, I would say.
All right, George, well, I want to thank you very much for letting me get out there, and I didn't burn the place down. My mother would also like to thank you for not letting me die out there, and it was a great experience.
Right on. We had fun doing it. I enjoyed it very much.
All right, kids, you keep your sticks on the ice, and don't forget to tip your Zamboni drivers.